In the rocky terrain to the northwest of Stoneguard, there is a path formed by a giant sandworm passing through the rocks. We should be cautious, as there have been frequent reports of missing adventurers here recently.
I didn't. Well, my daughter, Marcia, has never. Ordinary people. What? Search around this. You'll understand what. Afterwards, go to.
Warning! This is the Great Corridor.
Oh my. Oh, I'm completely ruined because at first I went around looking for the pile consisted of bone fragments. Everyone told me I should be happy that Queen Bellandir, she ruined my life. You mean the sandworm lair?
Glenn Richhill wanted to dissuade his daughter from trying to hunt down Queen Bellandir. He was well aware of the Queen's horror, given that he died after losing his leg to her. Having witnessed the aftermath of Queen Bellandir's work in person, you could understand why he was so worried about his daughter that he was unable to leave this world.
I got lucky. Queen Bellandir refuses to give. I am Josephine Croft, a wizard from I discovered that the magic used by Soren Warner. Did you go looking for Queen Bellandir on purpose? Oh, I understand. I'd want to stop my...
I'm busy doing some maintenance at the moment, my friend. Who are you hoping to go up to see the Maybe you can fly down to the observatory, if you can...
I've never seen you before. What brings you? So what you're saying is that Queen Bellandir's... I don't know why a complete stranger like... Everyone who's ever lived in this area has lost... We're fighting so that this tragedy finally ends.
The investigation team stumbled across Queen Bellandir during their survey, leading her to launch a fierce attack. If it had not been for the wizard Josephine Croft, they might have failed to escape. You then sought out Marcia Richhill, Glenn's daughter and Sandworm Raid Group captain. You tried to persuade her to cease her plan to defeat Queen Bellandir. However, she did not relent.
I, Marcia Richhill, swear on my life...
A heroic sword. There you are. Good heavens. Now what? Yes, that's a better... There... What? I wasn't serious. I didn't realize someone so... I know I'm overstepping.
When Glenn realized that he couldn't stop his daughter, he decided to help her. He recalled the trap Marcia had prepared and thought that if he could lure Queen Bellandir there, his daughter could achieve her goal with...
Hey, do you want some easy money? It's an easy task and it pays good. Have you heard of blood mushrooms? They taste awful, and people usually consider them trash. They're very difficult to harvest, but a special merchant like me can make the harvesting worthwhile. You're very lucky to have met me. Now, if you're interested, listen closely.
Here lies the impregnable fortress, guarded by giant ants. Even the magical forces of Arceum could not occupy this place. There is a legend that the very same power which made Stoneguard barren created a giant and cruel Queen Ant.
Good idea. Let's do 3 rounds of deliveries then.
We meet again. Ah, I see. If that is the intent. So, you mean to bait Queen Bellandir? Oh, come to think of it. Clay wrote in one of his... He also wrote, the potent sandworm poisons with the potent sandworm poison sac. And magic... If that doesn't work, you'll have to resort to your own device. It's true that power can be used to detect other power. Queen Bellandir's power was derived from a star... So you really didn't know. Star fragments them... If someone with evil intent uses one, let's try making a luring trap first. While you can easily find plenty of armadillos in the moonlight dead. First, make sure they're stunned by the trap before you go to kill. Sandworms make stronger poison when they are young. There is a resistance force that guards the sandworm hatchery.
Limits on quantity, but the market rate is only 1 coin per scale.
You won't gouge us on prices later, given our situation, will you?
And just what exactly are you accusing the Tailoring Association of? Adventurer! Haha! Want to make some money? The merchant unions buy moonlight scales from desert creatures for high prices. The Castle, Wave, and Crescent Blade merchants decided to participate. The purchased scales have 3 rounds of deliveries. The quantities and times have been set. Everyone has decided to pay 2 coins, twice the going rate, and even 3 if it's urgent. How about it? Don't you want to search for moonlight scales?
Take your coins!
That's not all. The adventurers who collect the most coins will receive a special reward from the Tailoring Association. If you're in a hurry, sell your scales directly to our intermediary.
If you want to know more about Queen Bellandir, I'm sure...
There are no quantity or time limits. Do so anytime.
In the past, Solavian order granted. The sandworm's poison sac, the source of not only can it adjust the level of mana emitted.
You can get a glimpse of Clay's interest in the various monsters and poisons of Silesium through his books. These books contain interesting information, such as the fact that the mighty Queen Bellandir was originally a small sandworm, and that sandworm poison sacs have the rare ability to detect another being's mana.
This is a sandworm hatchery. It's a dangerous place. You're looking for poison sacs? Then you'll need to find good. Maybe you could shapeshift yourself into good. I'll brief you the details after we get in. Now, you can get potent poison sacs from baby sandworms. Shapeshift into an insect and approach them. You can get... What I need is a sandworm egg that is about to... Wow! I didn't expect to discover this precious thing. The shell is very fragile. Try not to damage it. What the? Help me!
done. I shouldn't have come.
The potent sandworm poison sac is also used as a raw material for mana production. It is particularly suitable for a mana amplifier to lure Queen Bellandir, because it can be used to freely adjust the emitted level of mana based on external conditions.
You're back just in time. At first, but the potent sandworm poisons failed. Elemental fusion stones are riddled with impurity, naturally. We just need to make a pure and I'll prepare everything else. So please get sand crystals are available in the highlands.
The first attempt to build the device for luring Queen Bellandir ended in failure. Since common elemental fusion stones often contain impurities, they cannot be used to contain delicate and complex schema, like the magic schema for attracting monsters. Josephine explained that making a pure elemental fusion stone will make up for this error. Purified water used to draw a magic schema is essential to making a pure elemental fusion stone. This is because low water purity can lead to errors in the schema. In the desert where water is scarce, cactus water can be used as a viable substitute.
Intermediary, sir, please hear me out.
I've heard. So the Crescent Blade merchants are struggling with scale transactions?
Unfortunately, yes. We've been struggling to meet deadlines, and we're losing customers by the day.
This is why I don't trust anyone from Hakad. You mustn't be stingy in matters involving product acquisition. I'll raise your buying price from 2 to 3 coins per scale.
It is important to consider not only the size of the sand particles used for the pure elemental fusion stone, but also whether they contain their own impurities. Moonlit sand crystals can be ground to very fine particles and are the purest of their kind.
I've been waiting. Did you get the materials yet? We need to make it quickly before impurities. This hardens it to complete the pure elemental. Here we go. This is the device for luring Queen. Afterwards, the level of mana around the device will... Now, here's how to operate it. Like I mentioned, I made the device for luring Queen Bellandir will appear soon after pressing the button.
Having finished crafting the pure elemental fusion stone, the device for luring Queen Bellandir was complete. After installing the device, you press the button of the remote control to amplify the mana emitted and attract Queen Bellandir. The remote control must be operated at a minimum safe distance from the device.
You're in the lead! I've heard lots of thick blood mushrooms are growing in the center of the passage. Go there if you want them.
What brings you here this time? We can lure Queen Bellandir with that device? Most members of the raid group are at the Sandworm. My troops are currently working to reduce the number of sand... If you get out there and help them with their mission, everyone is bringing their very best to this mission. Everything we... Read the operation plan at the Eastern Gathering campsite.
Upon learning about the luring device, Marcia wanted to catch Queen Bellandir immediately. However, in order to do so, a full-scale offensive involving the entire Sandworm raid group is needed, and most of the troops are already active in the Sandworm hatchery. Marcia's troops need help to finish the job and return quickly.
Blood mushroom in the passage this time? The scent is strong. As a giant blood mushroom appeared. You'll know soon if you look around. Someone seems to have collected a giant blood mushroom. Very good. Someone seems to have collected a giant blood mushroom. Very good. Someone seems to have collected a giant blood mushroom. Very good. Mushroom chunks are useless anyway. Just give them all to us. We'll take care of them for you.
The sandworm raid group regularly carries out operations to reduce the sandworm population. Once these begin, all but essential members of the squad remain in the sandworm hatchery.
You're in the lead! It's almost over! Hurry and collect more mushroom chunks!
I've been waiting. Thanks to you, my troop, we've set so many traps for Queen, but with the luring device... Okay, I marked the location on the...
Marcia and her group had already set up a trap in the hopes of catching Queen Bellandir. Unfortunately, it had proved useless, with the Queen never showing up at it. With the new luring...
These people got a lot of coins. Only...
The place Marcia mentioned was filled with bombs and gunpowder chests, all meant to kill Queen Bellandir. Even the fearsome beast would struggle to survive if caught there during the blast. The luring device was installed in a chest, placed in the center of the trap.
You're back. We're all... If we press this button, Queen Bellandir will show up. There she is. Finally!
After Marcia pressed the button on the remote switch, Queen Bellandir charged. Her fierce attack was cut short when she stopped in the middle of the trap and took flight. Determined to bring her down, the raid group let fly every arrow they had. The enormous sandworm was engulfed in an explosion as the gunpowder chest caught fire, but managed to escape.
My father always wanted I'm going to rebuild our family home. So, if you see my father again, we will kill Queen Bellandir soon. It is a monument bearing the names of Queen Bellandir.
Marcia succeeded in critically injuring Queen Bellandir, and felt confident that the next battle against her would be the last. When she learned all of this stemmed from her ghostly father's request, she was filled with bittersweet gratitude. Above all, she now hopes her father can rest in peace.
Do you have business in Lasland, Bayan? Then I'd like to ask you one last favor. Thank you. Give him this picture with...
The picture that Marcia asked you to deliver to her brother was a sign of her deep and aching longing for her family. It showed her childhood home, where she and her siblings shared many good times with their father Glenn before he lost his leg. After slaying Queen Bellandir, it is Marcia's dream to rebuild the house there. A stone engraved with the names of all those killed by Queen Bellandir rests on one side of the camp. This memorial only honors the officially identified victims, so it is impossible to guess how many more fell prey to her over the years. Queen Bellandir, the invincible, the all-consuming. No one had ever even so much as scratched the fearsome beast. Enter the Order of the Swan, a small-time guild, hired by the Resistance to help gather sandworm poison sacs. While the Resistance soldiers were mopping up the sandworms, they were suddenly dragged into the sand beneath their feet. One of the swans, Rowan, fell into the vortex. All at once, Queen Bellandir reared up, writhing in pain. Rowan had morphed into a violet phoenix and burst free from Queen Bellandir's carapace, freeing everyone trapped inside. To this day, the mere sight of a human touched with malvescence is enough to violently enrage the mighty beast. Humans only defeated Queen Bellandir once in the past. Among those she devoured that day was Rowan, who possessed the power of a star fragment. Rowan transformed into an ethereal violet phoenix and burst through her tough carapace. This was the first time Queen Bellandir experienced such pain, and she fled in surprise.
me!
Is that so? No wonder I got goosebumps when I walked nearby. The magical ritual of the Phonos Orcs, the Festival of Fire, greatly amplifies their aggression. In the past, travelers passing through here during the festival were frequently killed by the Orcs. Saddened by the deaths, Lord Hobbs built the Lastlin Watcher's post on a hill overlooking the Orc villages in order to prevent future loss of life.
Do you have business with me, or... This is... It's not that I didn't know how Marcia felt. You see, Marcia and I wanted to leave our hometown. I didn't understand what was behind my feelings. I wasn't mad at Marcia. I knew that a long time ago.
The Richhill siblings had been estranged since falling out over the question of whether or not to leave their hometown. Upon seeing the photo, however, Mark Richhill understood what his sister was trying to say. He immediately set out to write her a heartfelt letter in reply. It seems reconciliation for the siblings might not be far off.
I heard that the watchmen here sometimes attack the Orc village.
Well, the attacks are staged when the Orcs are holding their fire ritual. Also, the captain sometimes orders an attack when it seems necessary to preempt an Orc raid.
I can't believe I'm going to the Orc headquarters. I'm so worried. I have a wife and children.
Just follow the captain's orders and everything will be fine. And don't worry. If you're still nervous, you can avoid areas where there are lots of Orcs.
Are there places with a lot of Orcs? Where?
It's less dangerous away from the altar where the ritual is being held. That and a large plaza. But there isn't much honor in that approach either.
So I just need to steer clear of the altar and the wide plaza. I hate danger. Thanks for letting me know.